This that new, yeah. This that new. It's that new swag. It's that new swag. It's that new spaz. I say, new water, new ice, new neck piece. Police in the back, they gotta catch me. Only met me one time, she wanna sex me. New life, new bitty, and she sexy. New water, new ice, new neck piece. If the police pulling up, they gotta get me. Only after could I touch her and she let me. New bitty, new bag, new VV. I'm the nigga with the bag and I ain't trapping. I apply a little pressure, ain't match. I can fly it in the mountains like a Latin. I could never fall in love, I learned my lesson. Grandmother still alive, so it's a blessing. If my niggas down bad, I'ma catch 'em. 15 to 1500, who want pressure? 15 to 1500, who want pressure? Fatality, my nigga on the beat. Get rich and throw my niggas on the beat. Street cred and I'm good on IG. Touchdown, all these niggas hate me. Niggas mad cause that girlfriend's like me. All day and I'm here go boss sing.
Yes, 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 yes. We back in the building with another podcast, and this is RAWDOPE Podcast, and I'm your host, Hand 5000. And this is motherfucking episode 147. Goddamn right, episode 1 motherfucking 47 in the building, man. I got Kenny Faso in the building.
Whoa.
Got my man Heat Rock Scholar, Keeping the Stack Podcast. Moody in the building too. He's trying to find a parking spot. Got Digital Empath Lee on the building, my producer. What's good, my niggas? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? It's episode 147, and this is the black history of hip hop. We just want to chop it up about hip hop and current events and shit. You know what I mean? Shit like that, man. Just keep y'all in the mood, man. Just keep y'all for the vibe, man. But 147, we in the fucking building, man. What's good, fellas? What's good?
What's going on?
What's happening?
Man, I can't call it, man. I'm just happy to be here, man. Another live streaming, man. Hit that notification button. Hit that subscribe button. Drop a like. Leave a comment. Whatever you gotta do, man, just come fuck with us, man. You know what I'm saying? 147, we on the road to 150, and you know it's Black History Month, so I was like, man, you know, just storming through it before I get to the up and coming interviews we got. I was just like, man, you know what? This is episode 147. You know what I'm saying? 7 on the end of it's the God Hour, so let's just talk about the Black history of hip hop. I just wanted to dedicate something to the culture, so we just gonna talk about the history of hip hop. And you know what I'm saying? We got 2 so-called hip-hop connoisseurs. And I'm pulling a fucking card if they say anything wrong. You know what I mean? Niggas pulling a card. And when niggas say, if you say, you goddamn right. Yes.
So-called,
Yeah, because this is going to be your hip-hop scholar check when you say it's an episode called Black History of Hip-Hop. You know what I mean? So I'm saying you got to know what you're talking about. So
you definitely got to know what
exactly. What's the year of the first hip-hop album?
1970, because we just found that out.
I mean,
but the first syndicated album that went worldwide, went nationwide, was 1979, Sugar Hill Gang.
1979, Sugar Hill Gang. Mm-hmm. You dispute that, Kenny? Like, he on Google. Shout out to Google. He don't even know this shit. You wasn't born a year of hip-hop.
No, I wasn't. I was born a little bit after it. But that don't mean shit.
No, we talking about really when hip-hop was stamped.
When the earth was born, we still know what was going on.
So you really like a rhythm and blues guy. You really not like the year of hip-hop.
Fuck out of here.
You weren't born in 79, son, or down. You like wasn't born.
I was born in 77.
You was born before hip-hop.
79 is special, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was born before hip-hop.
That's why I let you know I'm older than this shit, so I know everything about it.
Okay.
Because I've been around as long as it's been around, nigga.
Okay, so what year your favorite album dropped? Let's do some history of hip-hop.
I get caught up and fucked up with years because I can't remember all that type of shit. I smoke too much weed. But my favorite album, I think it was 92 when it came out, and that was Illmatic.
94.
94, come on, man. 94 when the Illmatic rock,
yeah,
Illmatic pop, and the West had it locked. Damn, man. Shots fired,
92,
man.
94, I told you, I ain't good with the years.
I mean, that's cool, but the illy?
I'm not.
Disclaimer out.
That's just
okay,
what it is. I don't know the year of much of shit.
But that was, you can't play with that year of hip-hop.
But let me ask you a question. Did y'all see the Complex they had a list from 1979 to 2021. Who was the best MC of that year? Okay. And I wish we could pull it up or whatever, but it was interesting. It was interesting to say the least. You know what I mean? Because I didn't agree with everything, but I agree with some of the things, and I understand the concept. I love the concept.
How did they judge though? Like who was the best of that year? Or did they go off record sales, or did they go off of who had the buzz? Like how did they calculate?
All right, how they went at it, they probably you know, they had a criteria, but a lot of it was, of course, was the hottest. That means you sold a lot or your songs was played a lot. So I get that criteria. But for the most part, I'll say for like 70%, 65, 70%, they was right. The other 30%, no, we got to wash. It's kind of shaky.
That's their list.
But it was,
I like what they did. No fucking so-called places list is going to be like Fugazi.
It's like I said, if you watch the list, like
it'd be like college students talking that hip hop shit, like bro. Like,
no, because it got older heads. Because first of all, go to 79, so you gotta know who
was the man.
Melly Mel was the shit in 82. Curtis Blow was the shit in 80. Sugar Hill Gang was the shit in 79. 81.
Kool Herc.
I forgot. Kool Herc was 79, I think. But then it went to 83 with Run DMC. Then 84. Fat Boys. 85 was LL. 86 was Rakim. 87 was KRS-One. 88 was Big Daddy Kane. But then that's where it get tricky because Kane went crazy. But you got Slick Rick. The great
88 time to set the record straight. That's when Kane really caught me.
I'm not mad about that, but you got an argument about certain albums that came out that year. Also, 88 was crazy. NWA came out 88. So what are we saying? Nobody sold more than them. Nobody was hotter than them. Straight Outta Compton was the hottest thing smoking.
It was.
Nothing was hotter than that. And this is hip-hop. We talking hip-hop.
So since we on this topic, let's give...
That's Ice Cube.
I want you to give me your top 10 hip-hop albums of all time. Just your top 10.
Top 10 of all time?
Top 10. Top 10, baby.
I will go. It was written, Illmatic, Purple Tape.
Hold up, count it down. You say it was written.
That's 3.
Illmatic, Purple Tape.
All right, that's 3. All right, then that's when they start getting a little dicey and they start getting a little, the debates start coming. I would go with, I'm gonna be honest, Midnight Marauders for me. 4, Tribe Called Quest. 5 probably would be Life After Death, Biggie. Yeah, Life After Death, that's 5. 6, I'll probably say Reasonable Doubt. 7, get a little dicey again because there's a lot of controversy when you come to these albums. 7, I would say Me Against the World because that's one of my favorite albums of all time.
I agree with that. I agree with that. 8. You got that right. Yes.
Infamous all day. It should have been higher. I could have put that higher. I could have put Infamous higher, but
I had it 4.
I could have put that 4. I'm not mad. That's what I'm saying. I could have put it 4-8. 4-8, but it's in there. Infamous is in there. It's in my 10. I would say It Takes a Nation to hold a
Nation of a Million to hold us back.
Who's that?
Public Enemy.
Public Enemy, man. That's fucking everything.
Night of the 11 Bass Head.
All that shit is crazy. And 10.
You got that right. Yes.
It's a lot of albums I could put in there, yo, but don't get mad at me, yo. All right, I'll give you honorable mentions. I'll do 3. I'll say Death Certificate. I'll say Iron Man. And I'll say this is dicey. I'll just leave it at that. Because Iron Man I still listen to that to this day like it just came out. I ain't going to. Infamous, I still listen to. Reasonable, like all these albums that I'm playing, that I'm telling y'all that I still listen to this shit, yo. Like I don't sway away from it. I can go T.I. trap music. I can name a lot of albums that can go in someone's top 10.
I can throw one in that I feel like you missed.
Go ahead. Because it's off the top.
Snoop first joint.
Doggy Style. He would never pick Doggy Style.
That album was so
Crazy.
hard when it came out, though, shorty. We talking
Amazing.
about impact.
Is
That
it better
shit
than Iron Man though?
For me,
Is it? Be honest. Don't cat.
I'm going to have to say it
We
was
eat fish,
when it
toss
came
salads,
out.
and make red ballads.
Because even though I'm really more of a Ghost fan, but when
Style's crazy.
when Dougie Style came out, that shit had
It's
me.
crazy. I'm not gonna be mad.
It had me more than Iron Man had me when it came out. So I'm gonna just
Which
roll
is the
with
better
it.
album though? All right, had you. All right, the nostalgic part, it took you there. The Doggy Style is a classic of all classics. We know that. Is it better than Iron Man? Supreme Clientele.
I don't know
Iron
because
Man.
I think Iron Man might be my favorite Ghost album.
It's probably one of the best albums you
But
ever heard in
Supreme
your life.
Clientele my shit too though.
That's
So
an
that's
argument.
like
That's
that's an argument.
Mhm. Capital Punishment.
No,
That's
Kitty,
one of
give
my
it-
favorite
Kitty, give us
Go
your
ahead.
turn.
Keep going, Kenny. My bad.
All right, I guess I start with Illmatic. It was written.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
The infamous Ready to Die.
Mm-hmm.
Reasonable Doubt. Like I say, Snoop shit. Well, shit.
Whatever come to your mind, your shit.
Hard albums. Oh shit. Get Rich or Die Trying.
7. Got 3 more. That's to get dicey, don't it? Like, I don't want to pick nothing over the other. Like,
Purple Tape.
of course.
I
8.
didn't say that.
You better say that, nigga. That's 8. You got 2 more.
Shit. There's a lot of shit.
It's a
I can
lot of
throw in
albums.
there. I guess I'm
The
gonna throw
Recession.
Reasonable Doubt in there.
All right, Reasonable Doubt. That's, what, 9? You need 1 more.
Machiavelli.
All Eyes on Me, Machiavelli, or Me Against the World. You could have picked out of any
Of them.
Yeah, that's
for
what
real,
I'm saying.
but I'm
You
gonna
could've
go with
picked out any of them.
Machiavelli.
Yeah, you're right. Even,
Machiavelli
one-
just that
even
nigga was
one.
coming at everybody next. He
Yes.
was just going hard.
It's amazing.
The beats was hard.
Everything was hard.
That shit was just that was a hard album.
You're right. I just picked Me Against the World because that's
So,
like,
Mr.
yeah.
Connoisseur,
Where you at?
what's your list? Top 10.
Man.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go. Like I'm gonna go with years and environments because I wrote the list down. I have to go with 1994 Illmatic. I had to go with 1993 Into the WuTang Chambers. I'm gonna have to go with 94 Ready to Die. I'm gonna have to go with 96 Reasonable Doubt.
4.
I'm gonna have to go with 5 92 The Chronic.
5.
I'm gonna have to go with 88 Straight Outta Compton.
6.
I'm gonna have to go 96 All Eyes on Me.
7.
I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go back to 87 for my daddy and them paid in full.
8.
See, you niggas ain't named none of these. These great
cheated,
albums.
though. He got a cheat sheet.
No,
What the fuck we coming off our hands with it, nigga.
That's my no.
That's your cheat sheet.
I mean, y'all got.
That's like
y'all
we
got
used to
beat
write
that
a cheat
Top
sheet
out
in
here.
school, nigga. That's cheating.
And Paid in Full
Yeah,
ain't better than none of them albums I named.
You got.
Follow the Leader. You have an argument with.
I don't know what the fuck.
Follow
Paid
the
Full
Leader. That's
had-
Mahogany. That's Microphone Fiend. What the fuck you mean?
And
That's his
just
best
to go-
album, yo.
That's just to go
Rockin' best album.
into
Follow
in
the
the deep with that, and
18th
eight.
letter.
That's 8. And then
I
I
like
would have to
18,
go
but
with.
ain't
I would
no
have to go with the
Follow.
infamous.
Of course.
It's one of the great tapes and the purple tape.
10.
And that's just to
That's
give you,
10.
just put me in the 90s. And then I got a bunch of favorites for the
got
new
honorable
era.
mentions. Yeah, we got honorable mentions.
Say,
You know what I'm saying?
What's the top 10 new era albums?
I know the recession in there. The recession in that.
If I say the new era, I would say Jeezy first album, Thug Motivation
Motivation.
101.
Not better than Recession.
That's my favorite Jeezy. I'm not
I would say T.I. Trap music.
Or Urban Legend. Okay.
Urban Legend. I mean, you know,
King, one of 'em.
but I'm gonna go with trap music. You
Trap
know what I'm
music.
saying? It's a classic.
That's why I say it was an honorable mention.
Rick Ross, Port of Miami.
Woo.
The Lil
Better
Baby
than
first
hold up,
album.
Deeper than Rap. Better than
It's better than it.
Oh.
It's better.
No, better
Yes.
than
Port
Yes.
of Miami. Come
Port
on.
of Miami, the one.
Hold up, Triller, Deeper than Rap.
Better.
What's the other? No. It's the other one, yo. What is it, y'all?
Triller was the joint though.
Triller was the shit.
That's the one that really got, to me got him going.
Nah, yo, what's the other one? His best album is. I can't remember. That's fucked up. I wish I had my notes, but you right. Go ahead.
I mean, pull him up. But you got Deeper Than Rap. You got a couple of
Oh,
joints.
it was the one after that.
God Forgives, I Don't.
Before that,
What's before that?
the one. That's that one.
It's not Mastermind.
No, man, no, that's after. That's like later on.
What song was on it? What was
I just can't
the
think
song?
right now, yo. I can't think right now. But Rick Ross he's one of the most consistent.
Say,
One of the most
and
consistent
something I
MCs of all
noticed
time.
none of y'all niggas mentioned, and they always say he like up there, the greatest rapper ever. None of y'all said a Drake album in these top 10.
But he said, well, top 10 of all time.
I know. Y'all,
I love Take Care. I think that's
they
a
be
classic.
saying, yo, top 10 of all time, though. So how is album going there?
Because he mixes albums up, yo, with, with R&B. And so it's not
So
straight
did
up
Lauryn
hip-hop.
Hill, but her album can go in a hip-hop all-time album.
I'm not going to put that in hip-hop. I'm going to put that as genre of all time. Like, that's a genre album. That's like, of any genre, I would pick Miseducation.
I consider it hip-hop
That's not
for
all
the
hip-hop.
simple... It's not. She sang a lot on the album in itself. But this is what made me realize why the album was so special. I never could understand
It's amazing.
what she did. What she did was, even on the song she was singing, she had hip-hop ad-libs.
Yeah,
That's what made it so hard to
'cause she is hip-hop.
rap air.
Yeah, she's hip-hop.
So, but she was singing. So it's like her songs was hip-hop to us because her ad-libs, she was still crushing
Now,
it
if
like
you
she
was to
was
say
rapping.
one of the best albums of all time, regardless, hip-hop or whatever genre, I would say yes, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Definitely.
Yeah, hell yeah, that was a great album.
that's
You know what I'm saying?
amazing.
You feel me? That shit, you know what I mean? That was one of the most critically acclaimed joints, you feel me? I think that's why Frank hitting you. I think that's one of the critically acclaimed joints, you feel me, that you know what I mean? That was an album that really touched me.
Touch everybody.
You feel me? It really touched me. You know what I mean? Really touched me. Really touched me. Really
You got the
touched
Black
me.
album. You got so
I
many
mean, but when you get
albums. American Gangster,
we
is
have
crazy.
to, like I tell niggas, you always have to go with your top 30. You know what I'm saying? You always have to
Still
go with
mad.
your 30.
What the fuck? It's too many. Like you said, top 30. Like after a while, you be like, man, it's too many other albums. Yo. I can't just stop at 10. Yo, 10 is like not
Pieces
enough.
of a Man.
Pieces
That's one
of-
of my favorite albums.
Hey, yo, why nigga going do or die? But nigga gonna tell me Pieces of a Man wasn't that good.
What?
Did you see that on the book?
I did.
You
That
remember
was
he
crazy.
said, he
Yeah,
said the
I seen that
production was
dumbass.
lackluster.
No, it wasn't.
I'm like, nigga, did you listen to that?
That's like, to me, the album he had probably his best production on.
That's what I was saying. He said sonically. I'm like, niggas, you just learned a new word or something, nigga. You know what sonically means? Sonically means how well it's produced and how everything sounds.
Comes
all
together.
Oh, headphones? Oh, shit. Yeah, man. That shit, I just don't understand, yo, people, a lot of people act like they know hip-hop and act like they are hip-hop, but when you say Pieces of a Man wasn't sonically put together right, I don't even want to talk. It's like I don't even want to talk to you.
We
about
only have a conversation
Yeah, I don't
to
even feel like
talk
talking
about.
about. You must wasn't there, Doug.
Who, me?
No, not you.
No, we
This
talking about
was
the
some
person that
shit.
was on the.
Nigga said some dumbass shit in his little
Kenny was there,
hip-hop
he seen
group or
it.
something, I think it was.
Or what'd he say?
He said
Pieces of a Man was phony for real. The way
Hell,
he
that was the
basically
second. That was trading places. One the piece of the
Yeah,
pie.
that's-
Good,
yeah,
all bad,
yeah,
out of east
everything.
side of the line. Nah, I mean,
It had
hell
so-
no, that was
shit
one of.
hard.
That
That's
was
one
the
of his-
second album,
Yeah.
right?
Second
That was
album.
my shit.
My favorite album he got.
I can't remember all the songs,
That
but that
and
piece of my
Asiatic
album was
was the
was
hardest one.
classical. It was classical. It
Do
should have
or
went triple.
Die, Pieces of a Man, AG, like that shit was a crazy run.
The history of hip hop, to me is so great because some of these artists, man, kind of like told the stories of the hustler. Some of these artists I felt like was in my body.
Yeah.
Some of these artists I felt like really my friends.
Yeah, like
never
we knew
met
him.
them, seen them,
Like
probably
my man.
had a seat way in the back and never met them. Don't know nothing, but I just know these motherfuckers I really fucking adore.
Like that's your man. Like I knew that nigga.
my
That's
man's
my
in
man.
there.
For a long time.
Yeah, my man in there.
My
I
man's
mean,
in there.
I mean, when Pac
Oh,
died,
shit.
that shit
I
hurt
didn't
it.
say flesh
What?
in my flesh.
Biggie
bruh.
died, that shit hurt me. Pun died, that hurt.
What? Capital Punishment? That album.
Yo,
is
that was
crazy.
like, yo, what's
Big
gonna
L.
happen to hip
Big
hop?
L. Lifestyles, the
Big
poor,
L.
dangerous, and oh man.
Prodigy, like.
I don't even want to talk about Pride.
Yeah, I want to get on
That
this
was hurt.
because I want to tackle this. I
Prodigy
I
hurt.
watched that
That hurt me.
whole Drink Champ episode, right?
Which one?
And with Havoc
Having
and
Styles.
Styles.
I loved it.
But then, after he went on the air with Havoc on the interview,
Mm-hmm.
the internet went crazy. Shout out to Nori, Drink Tramps, EFN. I don't know nothing about this. You can Google it. So they came up with the conspiracy story on I was just about, it's like an hour and a half. I was sending it to you guys about why Habit shouldn't have been on Drink Champs and how Prodigy didn't fuck with Nori. And they say it's not coming from nobody words, it's coming from Prodigy book.
Oh yeah, I mean, but they
No.
already
The way
that.
they broke it down was Sir said Prodigy died. His rumor said the Prodigy died off of egg.
Yeah.
His rumor said that it's just one of these Illuminati, one of these conspiracy theories. One of these conspiracy theories. I'm just doing some little journalism shit. And they say he died off the egg, and Nori was out Vegas on a run eating show. He said he seen Prodigy. Prodigy told him, man, I'm just sick. I'll holler at you later.
They was in
You
Vegas.
feel me?
Yeah.
And they was in Vegas and all this old crazy stuff. And then it was like they said the guy read a part from from Prodigy book. And I was like, what I was hearing and reading is serious.
Yeah, they shot. You know what I mean? They had a shootout.
No, and then the shit with Capone.
They had a real shootout.
No, the
Havoc
shit
and
with
Capone was beefing about a broad.
No, they said that Habit brother was locked up for murder. I'm guessing
Killer
Killer Black.
Black.
Killer Black.
And they said they was all in court and waiting for the witness to
Oh,
come.
Jad, wherever you
Yeah,
at.
and listen, and they said when the witness walked in there, it was Capone.
Well, he said Capone ratted.
On Killer Black.
Google it.
I'm just saying that's from what you're saying. That's what that would
and they
sound
said
like.
when they jumped Nori, Karate Joe took him to the side and beat his ribs real bad. Said Nori came back busting or niggas that was with him. But it's a conspiracy theory. But I was like, damn, I never read Prodigy book, and I thought Nori and Prodigy was pretty close.
No, they was
You know what I
until
mean?
that happened. Until that happened, and then they got unclose even more when Prodigy put that book out. A lot of niggas turned that man Merle down. They sprayed that man Merle up, man. That nigga can't even have his face in Queensbridge no more because of that book, yo. So it ain't just about Nori. This is about a lot of shit that man was saying. I love Prodigy.
He
Prodigy
put it all out there.
But he said a lot of shit that it was a lot of street shit that was never supposed to get out there like that. And some of that shit was capped that people are saying. So, they was 20 years old when this shit was happening, yo. That was 20-something years ago, 25 years ago.
Man, the ass whipping, they said they did. But they said it was a lot of shit. Go check it out. I don't know how true it is. I'm a fan of Noise. I'm a fan of Prodigy. I mean, I can honestly say that I fucked with Nori music, but I really fucked it with them big
That's
Nori.
a classic too.
Big Nori.
That
and
Nori,
them. I
that
like
Nori
the
album
Melvin
classic.
Flint's The Hustler.
No, the
most.
Nori album. No,
I like the
fuck
Melvin
that.
Flint The Hustler.
I love the Bo Jacksons, the Orange and Blue. That shit, man. That CD a fucking classic, man.
That's all Melvin
That's
Flint
Body
The
in the
Hustler.
Trunk. No, it ain't. That's on Nori, nigga. NORE.
I used to rock the Bo
N.O.R.E.
Jacksons, the Orange and
Yeah.
Blue.
Yeah, that's
That's
on.
NORE.
That's
That's
NORE.
all
all right,
Yeah.
so
I love
my life. So that's Melvin Flint The
Yeah.
Hustler.
No.
That's Melvin
Melvin
Flint
Flint.
The Hustler.
Melvin Flint was the
Sometimes
album.
I want to ride smoke.
That's
Sometimes I
That's
get
NORE.
money and I
That's-
still feel broke.
That's
Melvin-
not even on that.
Melvin
That
Flint is
Melvin
the
Flint.
album where he
That's on
said,
Melvin Flint.
my pops died, I fucked up and made a half-ass album.
Yeah.
My excuse is my pops just died. and I
That's
ain't wanna
sometimes
make
I want to
music.
ride
That's
smoke.
Melvin Flint.
That was the
Sometimes I
Melvin
got
Flint
money and
album
I
he
still
was
feel
talking
broke.
That's
about.
Melvin Flint, but that's not
Sometimes,
on
yeah.
Nori.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damn, so
That's one of his
Melvin
best
Flint,
songs.
Melvin Flint
But
was
that's
my shit. Melvin Flint The
Yeah,
Hustler.
you like that song. That's what that was.
No, I like Melvin Flint The Hustler whole album.
NORE.
It had
Body in the Trunk.
Melvin
and all
Flint
that shit,
had
you
the joint
crazy?
with
Chico the
with the Hot Boys on it.
Man.
Melvin Flint had the joint with the
NORE,
Hot Boys on
man.
it.
It's the blue CD, man. Everybody know that's the best album. That's his best
It is.
album. Man. Everybody know that. But go ahead. Continue.
Melvin Flint The Hustler, man.
But Melvin Flint did have some songs on there that was fire.
NORE had Banned from TV and
All that.
shit on
NORE
there.
was his
Body in the
classic
Trunk,
first album. After War Report.
NRE had
Body in the
After
Trunk.
War Report, another
Banned from
classic.
TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the classic.
That's the one.
I mean, I know both of them was classic, but just still, Melvin Flint was my favorite.
No, Melvin
record.
Flint, he got shit in him. A lot of people ain't really like that album as a whole.
I don't think
Yeah.
he liked that album.
He said he
for
did.
real.
He said he was going through a lot. His father just died and all that. So, same way Nas said about Nostradamus, but I love Nostradamus.
Nostradamus hard.
He got so many hard songs on that album. What the fuck? Life You
And
Chose, Hood, God
And
Lovers
that-
Hood niggas, all that
to
shit.
me, that I Am album is so underrated.
Man,
I
I Am
never
is a
understood why people was acting like that album wasn't
That
that.
shit went double platinum. I don't know.
That's when Nas was on his run though. He had the bootleg album that came out. He had
Remember?
he had like a triple C. It was
Yup.
supposed to be a double CD and it got leaked. And then he gave you the I Am
That's
album.
why the Lost tapes
and
came
then he
out.
had the Nostradamus album. So he was going on a run. That was Nas at his peak.
A lot
though.
of shit got
But
leaked.
yo, thanks for
was
letting
him.
me. Thanks for letting me come on the RAWDOPE podcast.
No,
by the way.
awesome.
Shout out to everybody, man. You know what it is.
Chaz
Moody
Moody
already
in the
know.
fucking building, keeping the Stat Podcast.
It's real ill in here too, man.
But we want to
Nice.
say Happy Black History Day month, and we just throwing the history of hip hop. And when I think about the history of hip hop, I just go on some lyrics, my favorite lyrics. The nigga said, The nigga said, hearing the coach scream at my lifetime dream, I mean, I want to grow up, stack my dough up. So school, I didn't show up, it fucked my flow up. Mom said that I should grow up and check myself before I wreck myself, disrespect myself, put the drugs on the shelf. Nah, couldn't see it. Scarface, king of New York, I want to be it. Rap was secondary, money was necessary until I got incarcerated. Kind of scary. C-74 Mark 8 set me straight. Now able to move behind the great steel gates. Time to contemplate, damn, where did I fail? All the money I stacked was all the money for bail. When I heard that, I said, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Because he said so much in that line. And then the nigga came back. He said, I take a shot of Hennessy. Now I'm strong enough to face the madness. Nickel bag full of cess, weed laced with hash. Phone calls from my niggas on the other side. 2 childhood friends just died. I couldn't cry. A damn shame. When will we ever change? Well, what remains from a 12 gauge to the brain? Arguments with my boo was true. I spend more time with my niggas than I do with you. But everywhere it's the same thing. That's the game. I be damn if a thing change. Fuck the fame. I be hustling to make $1 million. Lord knows ain't no love for his ghetto children. I mean, these are the bars that I was influenced by. Damn. Check what happened out of state. I'm knocking off a half a cake. Cash rules, flying at a half rate. I smoke the black dust, kept my hand cut. I'm falling in love. Small plush, I play my hands like a roll flush. Baggy jeans, wallaby clogs, pretty women. I put up in them, shot up in them, deadly venom. I hung around the big time bosses. Illegal forces, change love, showing love to all my sources. Spade try to bag me like Cadney and Lacey. Chef had that bitch Stacy, snipping at Macy. I doze off. Catching flashbacks on how I got trapped. A mob hit. Something stumbling, holding my neck to the guard's rest. Open flesh, burgundy blood, color my guess. Emergency black trauma team headed for surgery. Can it be an out-of-state nigga trying to murder me? I should have stayed in job corps, but now I'm an outlaw. Ray continue carry your 4-4, nigga. Man, now listen. Shorty.
That's hip hop.
Those songs right there, like,
was actually,
how the fuck you make them?
That ball right there was actually in the WuTang series.
That really happened. Like, Ghost don't be lying.
They showed that whole series play out.
And Raekwon, Ghost and Raekwon, like the realest. Like them niggas be really rapping about their life, yo. And that's, you see it unfolding in the series. WuTang, yo, shout out to the WuTang Saga Continue series. That is one of the best series.
I love when I see niggas bars unfold on
you
film.
really see it, like the Nas shit on Belly. Yeah, that shit is fly.
Shorty doo-wop, rolling 2 Phillies together, and the friends
we call them ooh-wops.
He said, Nas, niggas see you busting off the roof, so I wear a
bulletproof and back a black trade deuce.
He in hell so deep, shut his eyes like he was asleep, started coughing.
When I peeped the
watch me speak,
I sat back like the Mac, my army suit was black.
He was chilling on the corners
while
where
he pumped his loose cracks.
I took the L when he passed it. This
little bastard
keeps me blasted and starts
talking mad shit. I had to
school him. Told him, don't niggas fool him.
Because when the pistol blow,
the murder be the cool one. Yeah. Tough luck, niggas is fucked.
Family's fucked up. Didn't look when we bucked up.
That whole scene, when I seen that shit in Belly, I'm like, shorty, that's why you're my favorite rapper.
Nigga had the AV on and all that. Now, Ava Rex is back. Ain't that some shit? Ava Rex is back.
Everything
hip hop, nigga.
Cycle,
nothing goes out of style. I don't know why black people try to make shit go out of style.
You can just throw that shit in your closet for 10 years. It'll be back.
I'm looking for some used jeans.
And then I would have to say that another bar, the nigga said, it was once said on the motherfucking thing, dope man, please can I have another hit? A dope man said, look, I don't give a shit if your girl kneel down and suck my dick.
It all happened and the guy tried to choke her. Bitch ass nigga, he ain't nothing but a smoker.
I say he like our girl and he get with her. Got a black eye cause the dope man, you know. Man, I did that song and then another song that I just cannot, I'll be playing till the day I go. That nigga said, at night I can't sleep. I toss and turn, candlesticks in the dark, visions of bodies getting burned. 4 walls just staring at a nigga. I'm paranoid, sleeping with my finger on the trigger.
We ain't say nothing about Face, though. We forgot
Mama, because y'all niggas be playing. I said something about him.
The dot, yo,
I mean, that was my man.
He got some
That's my favorite. The Fix was my favorite one.
Crazy.
Say,
damn, I just forgot about Face when you just said that.
Not too long ago, Deeply Rooted.
Damn, Deeply Rooted was crazy. That Deeply Rooted is crazy. When the nigga say, yeah, run for your life. Or you going to get your heat, whatever. We could die together. As long as I send your maggot ass to the essence. I don't give a fuck about your presence. I'm lost in a world of hate and can't wait till the next crab nigga to step in me fate. I'm lethal when I see you. there is no sequel.
24/7 Mac 11 is my people.
So why you wanna end your little
Life like this?
Cause now you bumped heads
What
with
kids is trifless?
And I live by the day only if I survive
The last night, damn right, I ain't trying to fight. We can settle this like some grown men on a concrete floor.
My slugs will put a stop to your hardcore
ways of action.
I grab the gat and
Ain't no turning back when I start blasting.
Pick up the handle and insert the potion. Cock the shit back in a calm like motion. Man, stop playing. Stop.
Hey, yo, speaking of the best
Rest in peace,
albums, that infamous album was my first album where I used to go front to back, like listen to it all, the whole
Top
back to
5.
front.
I fucked up. It's supposed to be top 5.
But
Right.
the Purple Tape is like my favorite album of all time.
That's top 3.
You know what I mean? I ain't gonna go through my 10. I went through the 10. I ain't gonna bore y'all with that because it's pretty much just the same albums. Reasonable Doubt, Purple Tape. You know, these albums is amazing. But that Purple Tape was just, I think it's the pinnacle of hip hop, to be honest, yo.
Fuck that criminology rap.
It's
We
the
can step
pinnacle.
Jet
It's
Blake
like,
fucking in
when
the
that
fire.
album came,
nigga.
Stuff really changed for music when that
Gosa, Gosa.
it was like
Come
a
on.
movie.
Raleigh
Whole
fingers.
damn
They made it in Miami.
Yo, they made
wrote
it.
it
Yo,
in
listen.
Miami.
Yo, listen. Man, that nigga say, what he say? Through the lights, cameras, and action, glamour, glitters, and glow. I done scroll the scroll. When I'm deceased, the enemies that rhyme like yeast. To conquer peace, lead the savages. The roam in the streets, live on the run. Police paying me to give them my gun.
Trick the wisdom with my system that imprisoned my son.
Smoke the gold leaf, I hold heat nonchalantly.
And raunchy. But things I do is real.
Never haunts me. Wow.
Stop playing. Just stop playing.
Bro.
Just stop playing.
Funny style, just rolling the pal.
Yeah. Boost their heads.
profile.
You can keep
Us.
going.
Right.
but
Reconcile with the minds on the pretty things in life. Props is a true thug's life is like a cycle. Niggas go home, some go in, do a bullet, come back, do the same shit again. From the womb to the tomb. Perspective unpredictable.
Gun salute like rap.
And wake up.
That's the hit you.
Passporters bust niggas discuss mad money, true lies, and white guys. We can see it through the eyes. Come on, man. That's just like the history.
The Wu
of
used to be
hip-hop.
so
The Wu
crazy
was
because
served.
every
Ain't no
song you
best.
would be like, who had the best verse?
Yup.
Who your man?
Yep.
Every song, that's how you used to be. Like, who gonna kill it?
WuTang Forever was crazy, yo. That shit was crazy to me. I love that album, yo. That shit had so many gems, so many songs. So, oh my God, yo. Like hip hop is like the best thing that ever happened to like black people. Like, far as kids, us growing up, yo, we learned. First of all, I learned about Marcus Garvey through Chris Parker, through KRS-One.
KRS-One.
They didn't
Public
teach us that
Enemy
shit.
and KRS-One taught me so much
Yeah,
shit while
he
I
was
was
teaching
growing
us
up.
about shit that you must learn. Like he was.
I
really
didn't even realize some of the shit I learned from
he
them
was
niggas
teaching
till I
us.
got older and really started studying and like, damn, that's the shit yo was
You was
talking
already
about.
getting taught it, and you didn't even know it. Like, oh, that nigga was talking about all that shit then. Like, damn, now I'm learning about it as an older teenager. Like, man, this nigga was teaching me that when I was 8. This nigga was really teaching. He's the teacher.
Some of the
KRS-One
names
is the teacher.
Some of the names of philosophers and shit that niggas.
That we
I
didn't
know they name because I was hearing them in raps when I was young.
Not in school.
Not even knowing who they was.
Yep. We
I
just heard them
knew
in
the
raps.
names.
Huey Newton and
You hear so many people they throwing their names out there and it'll make it you as a kid wonder who the fuck these niggas is.
that's a fact. That's a fact.
And that's how you get to learn and go and
That's
research and
hip-hop.
then you figure that shit out.
Nas did that a lot too.
No, it's
Yeah,
been
he
doing
did.
it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, man, nigga said I used to read. He said I used to worship a certain Queens police murderer till I read the words of Ivan Van Sertima. He inserted something in me that made me feel worthier. Now I spit revolution. I'm a hood interpreter. Some shit like. He said I used to be a worship. He used to worship a certain Queens police murderer. Till he read the words of it. Ivan Van Sertima. He inserted something in me that made me feel worthier. Now I spit revolution. I'm the hood interpreter. Are y'all listening to this shit? Y'all know who Ivan Van Sertima is? Like, this is what I'm trying to say. I didn't know about him until I heard
Hell yeah.
him tell me that. Then I read about him. I'm like, oh, this nigga was like, oh my. He's one.
They put you on for real. Hip hop put us on to
Yes.
so much of our culture that we didn't even realize.
And that was in
that's
09
what
when
it
he
was
told
doing.
us that. That's Untitled, the nigga album. That was later on when we was older. So that
And-
wasn't even. I wasn't
and-
even a teenager.
By the time he got into that nigga album and shit, that's when
Oh, he didn't.
that's when I started feeling like it got to a point where I forgot who even said this, ball, but matter of fact, it was in Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth.
Whoa!
When he say too much knowledge can break up the rhyme.
Killer Priest Jizza, that's a Jizza shit.
Say, and I start feeling like that as Nas albums went on.
You start listening.
I'm like, damn, I think too much knowledge rarely breaking up the rhyme. That's why niggas wasn't fucking with him like they was for a certain point of time.
Yeah, that's
Until
street
now
nigga.
where
still
he
was going
just back.
He still was going platinum though.
I mean, you know what I mean.
I know what you're saying. That's street. That's hood. But
Music-
he was really rapping street shit though.
Yeah, because that's because music changed a lot too, so people didn't really want to hear none of that.
Yeah, you
know
talking
what
about
I mean?
Bone Crush and all them came out.
Yeah,
I ain't
right.
never scared. Of course you. When you start getting basic like that, you don't want to hear intellectual deep
Everything
thoughts.
got basic because all the hooks just became repetitive and
I ain't mad at that. You know, Laffy Taffy, all that
I
shit
miss
came
dope
out. It
hooks,
just
though.
changed the rap. It changed the course of what we listened to and what we took from
even the
hip-hop.
flow, like just
Yes.
like the flow that we consider a perfect flow, nigga, just riding a beat straight through, flowing.
just
The
line for
kids
line.
don't fuck with that now. They'll be like, he rapping too
because
much.
they can't get it.
I don't even think it's that they can't get it.
No,
It's
I'm
that
not saying they
word-
can't. They
it's
don't
that
get
word that your man threw out. Sonically, it's just not they genre.
That's because they want to hear the same beat. Doom, doom. They just want to hear 808. They just want to hear that bass.
That same.
It's called Hypnotized Minds. 3-6 started that. 3-6 started that. Project Platinum niggas started that. Got you. I just keep going. Because I ain't going to lie. I'm a 3-6 when the smoke clears. Getty Green Project. I was listening to that shit every day, all day. So I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie
I
to you.
always looked at them
That's
as
classic.
niggas
That's
who make
classic
good
shit.
music that can't really rap. That's
Man.
how I looked at them niggas. Like, they music be alright. They be rocking, but them
Rocks
niggas
on
can't
my
rap.
sock. Pocket full of.
So-
nigga talk
Like,
that.
them niggas can't rap.
Shit was a
They some
lifestyle.
regular ass
Oh,
fiend. I
man.
used to call that shit
feeling.
dope fiend rap. Because
Yeah,
all them niggas was
it's-
just talking a bunch of fiend
That's
shit.
why I
to
said
me.
Bone Thugs. All right, now come on. East 1999 classic, one of the best albums ever. All right, boom. But when 3-6 came out, that sonic, that shit we talking about sonically, it's something that
It
captures.
was a different sound.
Yeah,
it hit
ho.
so different.
Yeah,
It ain't
ho.
sound like nothing
Weak
we
ass
had.
Yeah,
bitch,
ho.
weak
It's a
ass
feeling.
bitch. When I say weak ass, you say bitch. Like, it was
Weak
just
ass
It
bitch.
had a
just-
whole different
Had
feel.
a feeling,
That shit
yo.
got you in a whole rowdy
Shit was
mood.
energy. It's energy.
It really was, yo. Like, for real. And you was hypnotized. Like, the beats, it was the sound. UCJ and them niggas had that shit for real,
I
I
yo.
think
They
that's
changed
how
music.
everybody
DJ Paul,
that come
I'm
out.
the KING
They could change
They
music,
started that talk.
Yeah, they changed.
Everybody that talk like that and rap like that, they was the one. No Limit, before them, but No Limit had a different bounce to it. See, No Limit was different because No Limit was using samples, old school samples, and all that. 3-6 was not really using old school samples until they did the soul shit with Project Pat. When they started doing that, yeah, man, you know the business. Man, you know the business. Man, it's gonna shine trick. You ain't know my level trick. When they started doing that, that's when they started doing that real sample shit. But for the most part, 3-6 was making different sounds that nobody was doing, yo. Like, seriously. Like, no one was doing that, yo. Think about every other rapper or albums that ever came out before 3-6 started putting out their albums, yo. They wasn't doing it. And a lot of people took their style, took them 808s and took that realm of music.
Yeah, and turned it
And
into a
turned something
whole self sound for real.
Yeah, they did.
It turned into the whole self sound for real.
They did. Now they auto-tuned it out. It's without. They didn't auto-tune. See, 3-6 didn't auto-tune. Project Platinum niggas, they rapped. They didn't, like, try to fool you. Lord Infamous ain't try to fool you. Lord Infamous started, hey, we talking hip-hop, right? Lord Infamous started that Migos shit. All that Migos shit, all that. Oh, that's Lord Infamous. You talking to a real historian. That's Lord Infamous, my nigga. And Coops the Nicka. I'm telling y'all real shit. So all you little young niggas that's out there looking at this at Raw Dope Podcast right now, go back and listen to Lord Infamous, Coops the Nicka, and them niggas like back in the day, Murders and Robbers, all that album, shit like that. They started that Migos flow. I'm telling y'all, Bone Thugs did it too. But Lord Infamous, you know that takeoff shit, that offset shit, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. That's Infamous, man. Rest in peace, Lord Infamous too, man. He was one of them. For real. Yeah, he's one of them. And I'm just, y'all don't give me no 3-6 tangent, yo. 'Cause I'm a 3-6 fan. So I don't knock none of the young shit. I love the new shit. Do you love the new shit? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the new
The
shit.
new shit.
All right, let's get off this old shit because we on some old ass
Say,
man shit.
what's crazy though?
Let's get on the new shit because I'm a young boy
My favorite
fan.
new shit
I'm a
has
young
an
boy
old
fan.
sound.
Niggas hate young boy. I love it.
So that's why I think I like the shit. It's
I like
new now. They out
certain
now
shit.
currently, but they have an old sound to me.
Certain shit is repetitive. I don't like when somebody sounds like the other nigga all the time. I don't like that. But like an NBA young boy, Lil Baby, they're different. They are not the same as all the other niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Lil
Even
Baby
Lil Uzi,
has so
even
much
Lil Uzi, he don't
growth
sound like nobody.
in his
Lil Baby can rap.
he got so much nicer over the years
Yes,
though.
he got better.
'Cause
He
I
got
didn't
better.
like him. I went from I don't like yo to yo nice as shit.
Oh, you
Like,
graduated.
I don't know where he did it. I don't know where the
That
jump
album, his
came
last
from.
album, nigga.
I don't know when the curve happened where yo family got it and locked it all in. I
I think it
don't
was
know.
that last album. That last
But
album.
he done finally figured all that shit out, and everything yo put out
He
just
got
be
it.
hard now.
Lil Baby that. You know what I mean? Like, I love a lot of, like, different. I'm into all. I'm a Dolph fan, so I'm a PB Longway fan.
Not
Like,
a
I
Dolph.
listen to all this shit, yo, for real. I'm a real hip-hop nigga. I'm not one of you regular. I'm not just a regular hip-hop nigga. I listen to PB Longway is the nigga that started all these flows.
Name.
Yeah, I'm about to tell y'all some real shit. Longway, nigga. If y'all don't know who Pee Wee Longway is, nigga, go to his first mixtape. That's where a lot of these niggas stole his flow at. Him and Young Thug. They both came up together. They came out together. They came in the same fucking studio as Gucci. Gucci put them niggas on. Goo-Wop is the godfather. Yes. What Ham say? Yes. You goddamn right.
Goddamn right.
Godfather
Wop,
of
nigga.
say the Godfather
Wop.
of
The trap, the sound, like Chief Keef stole all that shit from Gucci. He'll tell you, like Chief Keef called himself Sosa. Gucci named his album Sosa. You talking to a hip hop nigga? You know what I'm saying? Chief Keef, he put
AZ called this Sosa. So Sosa is not
no his album say he,
unfamiliar
No, he
name
named
to
his-
niggas in hip hop.
no, it's unfamiliar to them down south niggas and to them.
They
niggas
liked
that
it.
rap.
They liked the Scarface too.
But they
Everybody
didn't-
fucked it with
but
Sosa.
they
We know
didn't
where
get it.
Sosa really come from.
Facts, but they didn't get it from AZ. Is what I'm saying. We know they didn't hear that. Gucci probably did because Gucci is the same age. He's our age, but Gucci don't rap like AZ. He's not
No,
in
not
that.
at all.
You know, so he's not in that type of that
Whole
lane.
different genre.
But he named his album Sosa, and that album is one of my favorite mixtapes of all time. It's one of the best mixtapes Gucci ever done. And Chief Keef named himself Sosa because of Gucci, not because of AZ. Is what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is Gucci.
He influenced all them niggas.
Thank you.
for
That's all
real.
I'm saying. That's all. He
From the
everybody.
South to the Midwest, he influenced a lot of that shit.
18 bands, I done sold another thing. 10 grand cash, that'll get you by the half. 3.5, that's $100 slab. 1300
What's your favorite
for a
Gucci
bag.
album?
Album?
Yeah,
I'm
album.
more of a mixtape Gucci nigga. I'm an EA Sports.
Even the
Ice
mixtape.
Attack.
Name the
I'm
mixtape.
a
That's your
Mr.
favorite
Perfect,
one.
Wilt Chamberlain. Like, I'm that Gucci nigga. Like,
What's your favorite mixtape then? Your favorite body of work
Writing on
Gucci
the
ever
Wall.
put out?
Oh my God, damn! That's what put me on the spot. Ice Attack Part 2 is my favorite. That's that Gucci. Yeah. That Gucci. That 07, 06, 07, 08 when I had the Park Avenue Gucci. Man, I can go on. Man, Goo-Wop, he the one.
Who's the most underrated rapper in the history of rap, in your opinion? Both of
Damn.
y'all.
Most underrated.
Damn.
Underrated, where he just don't get that credit that
But he that. He just don't get the
Just don't
shine
get
or the sales.
The shine, the recognition, maybe sales. Whatever the fuck it is.
I would say G-Rap, but I can't say G-Rap because everybody knows like the best rappers took their style from G-Rap, so I can't really say G-Rap. But I'll say that for sales and for like recognition, G-Rap is probably the most underrated lyricist of all time. Like for real, he's started all that lyrical line for line flow, that shit, street gangster line for line lyrical shit. That's G-Rap.
Straight gangster
Nas,
stories.
all them niggas took. Nas is not Rakim. I don't know why y'all keep
Nas is
fucking
both
saying
of
he sound like Rock.
Nas
He
is both
sounds
of
way
them.
more like G-Rap than Rakim.
When they say Nas is Rakim, it's because of the flow.
No,
it's the whole
it's because of
flow.
the knowledge. It's not 'cause the flow is
it's
G-Rap.
not the knowledge, it's the flow.
Listen
G-
to Nas.
G-Rap
Nas
flow.
don't rap slow like Rakim. Rakim rap slow and pace. Nas rap.
Sometimes. Not Rakim ride the beat. He
Nas
ride
say,
that bitch
I
always.
never brag. I real I keep it because it's the best secret. I rock a vest, prestigious, Cuban link, flooded G's. That's G-Rap. That's not Rakim. Cuban link, flooded Jesus, intellects, watching Kathleen and Regis. That sound like G-Rap, y'all. I'm telling you. Trust me, yo.
Say, we've heard G-Rap and
Rakim
Nas
don't rap
do a
like
song
that, yo.
together. We can tell the
And they rap
difference in
just
the
alike.
flows.
They rap
can-
just alike on the song.
It's not
I got
just
guns from
alike.
Italy, smoke tweeds considerably, mind state. They sound just like G-Rap. Like, that's why they did that song, because that's his
Oh,
fucking...
that's his idol.
That's his idol, is G-Rap.
But
It's not
G-Rap,
Rakim.
a Queens nigga.
He
So
is from
that
Corona,
makes
Queens.
more
Corona,
sense of
Queens.
why that would be his idol.
They said, you know what Nas said in the song? He said, Russ fronted. He said, I sounded like G. That nigga fronted. He said, Russ said, I sounded like G. That nigga fronted. He said that in the song. That's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say. This is a facts. He said, Russell Simmons,
Russell Simmons. That's why he didn't get signed.
said I
Def
sounded
Jam
like
came
G.
out.
That nigga fronted. Yeah, so he's basically saying you ain't signed me because I sound like yo. That's what I'm trying to say. Nobody, I don't know, that Rakim shit came with the guard body shit, I think. It's just because of the knowledge and all
Always
that. It wasn't
believe it
really
with
about
the
how they
flow.
rap, though, yo. Nas don't rap like no Rakim, yo. Nas is way
So-
more advanced. He's
so
more
who's your-
advanced, way more advanced than Rakim.
So
Sorry.
who's your underrated guy? You say G-Rap is?
I think he's, yeah, because Jay-Z, no. I'm like G-Rap and it's probably, see, when y'all listen to a nigga like them, y'all probably like, oh, all right, I get it. But for the most part, niggas don't say G-Rap top 5, yo. Niggas don't be mentioning him.
You think it's because of the
One of my favorite
longevity?
rappers.
because he didn't
the
sell a lot of
relevance?
records.
No, it's
Just
just,
because he- He
it's
just
a
wasn't hot.
popularity thing.
That's what he
Right.
wasn't
It's a
hot.
popularity.
He was hot to the streets, but he wasn't hot to the mainstream. He's not a mainstream artist. But street niggas and like real lyricists, real rap niggas, G-Rap is their idol. But, you know, for far as the mainstream, like you said, popularity-wise, that's not the name you would probably bring up. That's why I say that.
Who you
I don't
say?
know. I was just going to say, and these not underrated guys. Y'all probably wouldn't think they're underrated guys, but I think Kiss is like underrated. 'Cause that's my favorite rapper of all time. I don't.
Is
think
he
get put-
underrated?
I don't think he get put.
Kiss
I
in.
believe he was until the verse.
That's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to
I
say.
can say that.
That's what I was about to say. Him and Styles too.
You know, Styles my favorite.
Styles
Him and
really is
Styles,
underrated,
them two are very underrated as far as all time. I put Kiss as my
You
favorite
know,
rapper
Kiss
of
your
all
man.
time. He's a top guy to me. He always been. I think because maybe his albums don't be, you know, but first it's
Albums be fire.
No,
What
I'm
do
just
y'all
saying,
want?
for some people- for some
no,
people.
No.
What
Like,
albums
yeah,
you don't
like
like?
We
Kiss-
can keep it all the way
Kiss-
a buck.
yeah, keep
Kiss
it a-
albums
A
was
buck.
never
No, we keep it a stack.
I
We
like
It
keep
was
a buck.
never
keep it a thou
Keep it
wow.
a thou wow.
all that.
Kiss the
They-
Game
they
Goodbye
be
was
cool.
a classic to me.
But
His
they
first
not
album.
whack.
They be cool.
Nothing-
They not,
First
no, they
album
not
was-
whack. But when you think Kiss, and like he say, one of the greatest MCs
One of the best ever.
you expect nothing less than a classic album.
But he
And
never
when
made-
you didn't get it, you like, how the fuck is that possible?
I get what you
But
saying.
Kiss the
He
Game
never
Goodbye.
made a whack album.
His
and all
first
that.
album was a classic to me. I used to bump that.
If you go listen
every
to it, that
single-
shit be rocking.
It came out in 2001. That was one of my favorite albums. But like some of those albums, like
I know what-
I rocked them all.
I know what
But
Kenny's
some of
saying,
them
though.
did have like some cuts. You be like, I skipped that, or this one ain't really hitting. I wanted to.
By
hit.
your
You can
side.
tell
man, Kiss got
certain
that
songs
shit,
Kiss
Yeah, the
did
Kiss of Death
wasn't
is definitely one of those joints.
Kiss of Death
like his
hard
shit
as
though.
shit,
Kiss,
man.
you can hear certain songs like he ain't want to do that song. He did it because
Yeah,
they
it seemed
said
like
put it
it's
on
just
the
an industry. Yeah, like an
Because they
industry
said
song.
put it on the album. Like it don't
I
even
can
fit.
believe-
But
I
that
can
don't
feel
make
that.
the whole album not good.
don't.
Like,
It
the album
don't.
be good
But the
though.
album,
You don't like
it
a song
ain't.
or
It ain't
two.
like how a
You just looking
reasonable
for
like
a-
that or
a
Purple
certain
take
round.
that classic album where
No skips.
everything. No skips,
No
on,
skips.
And on top of no skips, it's like it's formatted right. Everything go perfectly together.
sonically.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
sonically.
that word again.
'Cause you-
Cohesively.
Because a lot of
Cohesively.
albums, if you think about like even like guys who do like a J. Cole or somebody, like they now in these days, a lot of guys that's really dope make albums just they want to make. They don't go in and think, oh, I got to make a this type of song. I got to make this type of song. I got to do
Exactly.
this.
Oh, it's
They don't
different
think
now.
that. I'm just saying
different
some still do it, but I'm just saying real true artists that really know how to lyric, you know what I mean, or know how to do it all. They just go in there and just make a dope
Make
album.
music.
Yeah.
Say, but when you in the industry,
Yeah, you got
it's
people
certain
talking.
shit that they gonna push on you.
Right.
You gotta make a song about these girls. You
Right.
gotta make a song about money.
You
You
gotta
gotta
make a
song
single.
a song about jewelry. You gotta have a radio song. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And-
but you could be Griselda and do what the fuck you want to do and come up and get rich.
You can,
off this shit.
absolutely.
So that's what I'm saying. It's
about to
different
get
now
outta
because you
here.
streaming now. Now we don't have to wait to go to a store to buy an album. Now you can just go look for a person that you heard about and go listen to their shit and develop a cult following.
Hell yeah.
And put out your merch.
That's
and
what
do
makes
all this other shit.
music
and
so
Griselda
much
killing niggas.
easier now for artists because you at the tip of everybody's fucking fingertip.
Yeah.
Everybody,
All
whoever
you gotta
can
do is
figure
go like
out a nigga name can find you.
Nigga,
That's
just go
it.
just like this. Slide it. What's his name?
That's
And
it.
type it in the
Yeah,
Or-
that's the beauty of it.
Yeah,
That's
that's what's
music
good about
now.
it.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely the beauty of it. And I really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to tackle that shit, just give some of the watchers and some of the viewers the history of hip hop a little bit, some bars and shit.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't want to keep them entertained too long, but we definitely wanted to get to the bottom of the hip hop joint. But again, man, I got the boy Kenny Fast. Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, man. And, shout out to Digital Empath Studio.
Real nice in
God, yeah, real laid back,
there.
yo.
Real debonair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Shout out to Keeping It a Stack podcast.
Yeah.
Eli Skola in the fucking building. My motherfucking guy, Chaz Moody in the building.
Yeah.
Hey, Chaz, tell him about that shit you got coming up.
Man, I just shot a dope video at the Content Complex. You see the merch, man. We doing what we doing up there, man. We got, everything from podcast setup to graphic design, green screen video shoots, photo shoots. We doing it all up there, man. So I just shot a video up there last Saturday. It's dropping tonight called Do It Again. It's crazy, featuring a nice model named I Am Stony.
I am Stony.
I Am Stony.
IG, I am Stony. She that.
Yo, she brought her whole fam out,
Her
man.
people's Rudy Williams, though.
Yeah,
Niggas
yeah.
don't understand who Rudy Williams is.
Yeah, she brought the peoples out. They came and supported.
That's her people.
And Rudy Williams
Oh, yeah,
is
he-
a legend.
he'll
If
be
y'all
on
don't know,
people's
I heard he was ready to start a podcast or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, he's doing a lot, man. He's writing books. He just
Doing
came
everything.
home. He came through Blessed Spot, man. He, loved it. Him, of course. He been, supporting us, supporting the brand and everything that we doing. So, yeah. And,
And
yeah.
that's a Baltimore gangster.
What?
That's
OG.
a
Real.
Yeah, look up his history. I did some
He on
history.
he on
look up
Vlad
his
TV.
history.
He on
I
Vlad.
ain't gotta look up the history. I know
You
the
already
history.
know
Some
about it.
track.
Nigga know the
No,
story.
I'm saying whoever doesn't though. Yeah.
That's for the people who don't know.
I mean, you ain't gonna be from Baltimore and be 35 and older and
You
don't know
about
Rudy Williams, Peanut King, Dennis
Lil
Wild,
Melvin.
or you never been to jail or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Cat Eye Tony, the real Marlo Stanfield. I was on the compound with the real Marlo from The Wire. Low got
I remember
life.
when he came home.
Marlo got life. He ain't never come.
Not
Marlo
Marlo,
Marlo got life.
His nephew was locked up.
Yeah, I don't know his nephew, but
Yeah,
Marlo,
nephew was locked up.
short,
Came home.
slick dude with the curly hair slit to the back. Yeah, with the way he spinning, man, real nigga. And he told me out his mouth and why people ain't do right. For real, my man still sitting. I was with him in JCI Correctional Facility, the old Outback. Man, that was my man because his nephew was a Muslim, and his little nephew my little man. And when I got out there, I hollered. I got you know what I'm saying, like he that. So when I got close to him and shit, I said, you know what I mean, introduced myself to him. Said, yeah, my little nephew told me about it because the little nephew was hot here and my little man in the joint. He gave his word to his, you know what I'm saying, his uncles and them like, man, it is one Muslim brother looking out for me. His name Ham, man. You know, we was cool, so, you know what I'm saying, I ain't really get to chop it up with him, but I asked him about the wash and asked him and shit, man, and for him to be in prison for so long, man, he cool as a fan, slick as a motherfucker. I ain't saying the situation ain't hurting him inside, but when you meet that man,
You
you
don't
be
see
like,
it.
man,
You don't even know it.
and you be like so inspired, cause like, damn, yo, they did a whole TV series about your life, and you sitting in the joint. I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? The real nigga, man, like, yeah. Them people ain't do right by him, man. I hope he get his freedom back. If he not home already, I don't know.
Rudy Williams had 130 years.
Yeah.
Life plus 130.
Yeah,
So anything's possible.
Rudy Williams had an international indictment.
International.
You know, international. He got
He
code
was dealing
defense
with
with
Africa,
Israel,
nigga,
Morocco,
all that shit.
all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But it lets you know that when you sit in prison for all those years, and he had 120 some years, and he did 40
Did
something.
30, right?
He did
31.
30. Yeah,
He did
30,
31.
31 years on 170 some years. When you thought that it was over, it ain't never over.
Like that nigga really.
You gotta
fought
fight
that-
for
he
your shit.
Fought
Yeah.
that shit.
You know what I'm saying? You can't sit behind the door and give the fuck up.
No, he didn't.
You know what I'm saying? And just to elaborate on that for Black History Month and the history of the culture and the history that we respect is that we love hip hop and we also love the urban community that we come from. Some of us destroyed it, some of us built it up, but we really appreciate our community and what goes on in the community. So this Black History Month is something that I recognize because I don't recognize no holiday or none of them people days. I'm not that type of person, bro. But if they're going to dedicate 28 days to the culture and cheat us out 3, I appreciate that because it's people of color that really stood for something to stand behind it. And the conditions that our community in is now is nothing but the Willie Lynch syndrome. You know what I'm saying? This the old slave master mentality. Dudes be fucked up. And this is what I have witnesses. The black man will go hard as shit on the next black man. Facts, but will not play with them crackers, will not play with them Italians, will not play, will work it out with the foreigners.
That's crazy, though.
You know what I mean? We'll work it out with everybody else, but your own
Y'all
people.
niggas so tough.
Your own people, you'll go hard and you want to see that, man, but I bet you wouldn't go down motherfucking that Oreos game and break bad.
But you know why? Because of
I'm just saying, I bet you wouldn't go right there to the pickle pub and break bad down there and say, you drunk, you're a drunken soldier. Because for 2 things, they're going to trash you and then you're going to get arrested. You know what I mean?
That's what I was going to say. Because they know they can get away with it. If they don't think they can get away with it, they ain't going to try it.
So this Black
History
History
Month, they not revolutionary, so I can't respect that.
So this Black History Month, I just want, everybody just appreciate the culture, appreciate your neighborhood, just appreciate the community that we came from. And just, you know what I'm saying, love one another. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't got to be your friend. Everybody ain't got to be in your circumference. But respect go a long way. And we just got, you know what I mean, for anybody that's born, you know what I'm saying, to the culture, and they age in the culture, man, they been through something. You know what I'm saying? Some people, parents are in situations where they don't got to go through nothing. But most of us went through stuff, and our children go through stuff. And we try our hardest to not let our children go through something. But just this Black History Month, just like, pipe down and just take a step back in the culture and why we the best culture, but we losing the race? Why every culture want to be like this culture, but we losing the race? Why every culture want to be like this culture, but we the poorest? Why every culture want to be like this culture, but we uneducated?
We the best in the
You know what I'm saying? So we the best to everybody else, but
we the worst to each other.
We the worst to each other.
We gotta stop that, yo. You right about that, but gotta stop that.
We gotta stop that. So I'm just, before we wrap it up, everybody, and just name one of your favorite people of the culture. And I'm from Baltimore, and outside of my grandmothers that did the work, I just want to take this, this Black History Month to recognize Miss B. Gaddy. Because as a kid coming up, I just heard about her service to America. You know what I'm saying? I actually look forward to Thanksgiving Day and seeing her on the news and cooking for everybody, and I thought that was super cool.
That was Chico baby mother on Peoples. I met B. Gaddy.
So you, Kenny?
I'm going to go with Dr. Claude Anderson.
Whoa, that's my guy. Economic wealth. That's my guy.
I believe myself, if black people pick their own black leaders, he will be at the forefront.
He bought that bread.
Okay. Herbie?
Marcus Garvey. No one.
Marcus Garvey? Why?
All day, every day. He created his own penal system. That nigga did shit that nobody could ever do in life again, ever again. It'll never happen again. Marcus Garvey, man. Malcolm X got all his shit from Marcus Garvey. He stole his whole style. And Malcolm X is one of the best to ever do it. But Malcolm X took it to another level because he took it to them white people.
Marcus Garvey is actually the first, man of color to own cruise ships. Because he was trying to get everybody on the boat and ship them over. So I had that. Who you got, Moody?
Man, that's a good question, yo. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I can't even think of somebody that a black.
I can't accept that. That's some fuck shit. And then you made me angry with that because you're a black man and you grew up in a community and you went to neighborhood school. So for you to say you don't have
just in-house,
anybody.
Whoever.
He said B. Gaddy. The whole world don't know B. Gaddy. We do though.
I'm gonna say Kirk Smoke, man, the mayor. I heard a lot about him. I heard he did a lot of stuff in the city.
Oh, he did good for us.
Yeah. He's one of the last.
It's just that was in the crack era.
He's one of the last mayors that I remember that actually was like.
He was for the black people.
That helped people in the city.
He was for us. He was everybody fought with Kirk Smoke, but it was just the crack era. So it's like, it's smoke and mirrors. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for you to see the progress when crack is involved, and it's hard to progress when everybody's making money off of crack, yo. and people dying off of crack and niggas getting shot
They used
over
to have
Jordan.
programs. You used to come to the city.
Yeah, we had
That's
Rex.
when we was the city
They
that
don't
reads.
have that no more.
Project
Whatever
Survival,
happened to that,
BNBL, all that shit was.
And another
right.
person I want to give a props to, and this young man, I met this young man, you know, a little bit, you know what I mean? I'm coming up on a year ago, and, you know, I didn't know what I was walking to, but this man, I watched this man come up out of his basement to being in the downtown area, and I just want to take this moment just to shout out my producer, Lee, just a young black guy that got something going on for the culture, and that's got something going on for itself, and then just not that person that you will run across and you will paint the wrong perception. But I gotta tell Lee a slick motherfucker, man. Leo smooth. Hey, you know, sometimes you gotta sit back and you gotta be like,
How'd you do that?
nah, you know, I'm older, so you be like, hey, you really all right. You know, I remember old nigga told me that to myself. After 3 months, he say, hey, Ham, you really all right. She ain't want me in that motherfucker, old nigga. But
they
then
don't
just
never
said
want you
3
in.
months later, hey, Ham, you all right, shorty.
They don't
You
never
know what I
want
mean?
you.
And look, it was like 12:30 at night. We shooting the bobo. And that nigga just said, you all right, Ham. You know what I mean? You all right, man. You ain't, you know what I mean? You all right. You know what I mean? Left it at that. And that's
That
Lee.
made you feel good when he said that too. Like, damn,
Hell
thank
yeah,
you,
because it's
man.
like in
All
prison,
right.
you want that stamp. In prison, you don't give a fuck about nothing. You can have that so-called tough guy mentality,
Man,
but
you're
you want that
human.
stamp of approval.
You're human.
You want that stamp of approval
Of
from
course.
certain individuals.
Especially an OG.
Just to tilt they hat to you. You know what I'm saying? That happened a couple times for me. You know what I mean? Luckily. But, you know what I mean? When yo tilt that hat to me, because he from up Park Ice, I ain't going to say his name. Old nigga been down like 20-some years. Real nigga. And some of the stories that he shared with me and just listen to his stories when he was home, I was just wondering, like, man, he ain't going to make it. But then when you sit back and you talk to people and you like in jail and in a confined space for, 24 hours a day.
Nowhere to run,
You get
nowhere to hide.
learn a person because,
Yeah.
You out in jail 8-9 hours a day.
Conversation
you
is
practically
everything.
locked in for 15 hours. You're in
Conversation.
this person. So when you rap to him, you be like, damn, yo, nigga had it fucked up.
Went through
You know what I'm
all
saying?
that.
Went through all that. You know what I'm saying? I met a lot of dudes behind the door that was behind the door for crimes that we might see on TV, and we would genuinely say we hate them. Like, man, he fucked up. He deserved everything you got. But then when you heard a nigga's story, it was
Why it
crazy.
happened,
Even
how it
the
happened.
MySpace killer. I was locked up with the MySpace killer in Towson, like 05, 06. And I ain't gonna share it on air, but he basically told us why he did it. and listen,
Hold up, I think I
nothing.
was locked up in 2006.
06, 07. I don't know if you was on that
I was there
Nobel.
for like
don't
a
take-
week. I was there
Yeah,
for like
but
a week.
yo was over there, and he told me the reason. Told us at the table, chopping it up, swapping the cards out, why he did. And I was also incarcerated with a kid named Nicholas Brown. And it was in 2006. He killed his mother, his 3 brothers, and his dog out Timonia.
Damn.
Man, the nigga helped me get my GED.
Damn.
And man, helped me get my GED. Man, and listen, he was about 20. I was like 27, 28. Man, boy was smart as a motherfucker, bro.
Probably blacked out. Probably snapped, man. Niggas be clowning.
Listen to me, bro. I
Niggas
listen.
need to take pills.
I
and all
don't know,
that.
like,
Niggas need help.
listen, before we wrap it up, I don't know if the average person ever been around a killer.
A murderer, yeah, but
A killer, somebody that got convicted of this shit and somebody that really do it. So when you sit back, a motherfucker, we was in school, GED school for about 65 days. And it was a fresh class. And then nigga just asked him one day. Another nigga that had a rat, shorty got triple life. I had 14 years, and the dude that asked him this question had 35 years. And the dude was just a little wild little kid that been locked up about 7 years, been locked up since he was 15, only like 22. He asked him, hey, Nicholas, why the fuck you kill your mother? Because these are the normal questions that's asked in
At the
prison.
while, nigga gonna ask you a
You
question.
just ask a
man. What the
nigga,
fuck
like,
you
I'm
do
here
that
for a
shit,
murder.
bro?
Why you kill your mother? Like, if you whacked your mom, he said that he killed his mother for... Now, I ain't even gonna speak on that. Because I don't want no copyright infringement. But I asked him
But it
back then.
happened.
It happened. He told us why. He told us kind of, sort of. But he told us that the only person he would do an interview with, bro, and this was in 2009, Patuxent Institution, was Katie Curry. Is that her name? Katie Curry, the journalist?
Katie.
Curry.
Kirk.
Katie.
Court.
Katie Curry,
Kirk,
bro.
Kirk.
Is the best
You
fucking
talking about
journalist.
Kirk? Yeah,
Katie
not
Curry.
Katie Curry.
It's Kirk.
I don't give a fuck what her name is. You know what I'm talking about. The white bitch.
The white-
Yeah. The white bitch that do the journalist shit. The bitch that's real nice. Katie Curry. The one that interviewed fucking Lil Wayne when he went to jail. Her. He was like, hey, I'll do an interview and tell the whole story if Katie come talk to me. I'm like, man, you know.
That's niggas trying to bang her.
That's niggas that been in.
Trying to bang her. That's what that is.
No, listen. This everybody that been in jail. This everybody that been in prison 4 or 5 years already. Nick, he done been in jail about 4 or 5 years already. So Nick saying, you know, and Katie Curry can do it. You're not going to touch Katie Curry because she's going to be all the way over there and Katie's going to be right here and God's going to be around you heavily armed and you can go reach for her if you want to. They going to make shit down. They're going to beat you up. They're going to take you on lockup. And they ain't going to get you no medical help for 8 hours and that shit going to be burning. You have your head in the toilet.
Nigga want to get interviewed by so he can go back and whack off into the cell.
That was the MySpace killer. It was a dude in prison named Dr. Bob.
Dr. Bob.
Dr. Bob, bro.
That name sound familiar.
Man, Dr. Bob, man, he had fucking he was a doctor. Like his trade was a doctor. He went to prison when he was like 36, 37, but he was a doctor.
He sound like he wasn't
smartest motherfucker I know.
He sound like he wasn't
Dr.
right.
Bob had a murder.
You a Dr. Bob?
Dr. Bob had a murder.
Probably got a couple murders.
You know what I mean? I met a nigga. I met a white boy. The white boy, he
From DMI nigga?
No, the white boy was a child nigga. Had a lot of time for the child, and one day somebody said something to him. He sat around a bunch of men. True story, the old jail, about 2008. Yo told him, nigga, man, I wish the fuck you would touch me. I wish you would touch me. Then when I go home and rape another motherfucking kid.
Yeah, that's some crazy.
That what the nigga. But this is what he said. He been locked up so long. Administration on the
did
side.
that, sir.
If you bust him in his head, you going on lockup. You practice, he gonna get charged. And if they ask him to charge, he's gonna charge. He's a cold-blooded rat. He's in prison. He's white and he's locked up for child whatever you paraphernalia,
pornography.
Yeah, I'm saying paraphernalia. You know, I'm a hustler. I don't know nothing about that shit. But shorty locked up for some type of shit with a kid, and he stand on that.
Yeah,
so I'm just telling you
crazy
as a man,
I'm
telling you as a man that you meet some wild ass individuals in prison. And here's my hand to God. The most wildest thing that you can ever do is you gotta be normal. If you see another man kissing another man, you gotta be normal. If you see somebody get their head, but if you ever seen a knife go in a man's eye,
you ever seen guts pulled out?
Yanking it out, and you gotta listen to me,
see them guts
bruh.
Pulled out, nigga?
What the nigga said to you on Life is the real, cause to me that's one of the realest movies in the world.
One of the best movies ever. Life.
Fuck the best is real because
real
I sat behind
best,
that
all
door.
that.
When that faggot told that nigga, "Don't be scared."
Yeah.
Man, that's some real shit in prison. Hey, yo, don't act like you scared to see no blood, Jack.
Not.
You know what I mean? Because you gotta think it's a record with 80 men in there.
They smell that
so
shit.
if Lee go upside somebody's head with the guitar and you
They smell that shit. They smell that.
it might not. Nobody might not bother you for 7 8 months, but nigga know in the back of their mind.
That nigga's a bitch.
That nigga's a bitch. Shorty ain't never seen no blood. You heard how he scream. Nigga wasn't even nowhere near.
Nigga
So
said he
you,
said,
nigga, you over there just cooking your food, minding your business, and you got niggas right there talking about, just look at him, yo, just scared as a bitch.
That's why jail ain't for everybody.
Jail not for everybody. It's not for nobody.
Not for
period.
nobody. Right.
Oh,
It's
it's
not
for
for
no,
nobody.
it's for rapists and molesters. That's what it is, nigga.
I mean,
I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
I don't want no
Jail
molesters
not-
or rapists on the street.
Jail not
Y'all
for
better
them.
not be endorsing
Them
that shit. on no
people's
raw
people
dope, nigga.
supposed to kill the shit out them motherfuckers.
But if they
man.
not dead, what you want to happen? Is
kill
be on
them
the street.
motherfuckers.
They're not doing
Stone
that.
them to death. Quit having the old school handle your business.
You know that ain't happening in Kilkenny. Yo. You talking? That's
man.
not real. You're not gonna kill them. You're gonna go to jail if you kill someone. So
Man, certain people, you do certain shit, you supposed
We
to get
would.
them
I
people the
think
fuck
we should be
about
like
it.
we
that
would
because
like
that's
to
it.
get
They should
away
get
with
hung.
killing them, but we
if
not
you fuck
going to
with
get
them
away
kids,
with it.
if you
You're
fuck
supposed
with
to
them
get
kids,
out of here.
they got to.
But you're not
listen,
though.
Let me
So
tell you
something
this.
gotta happen to
Let me
them.
say this
yo.
where we at.
They can't be on the street, nigga.
If you
Fuck that.
fuck with them kids,
I got
right,
kids, nigga.
and you found guilty,
You got kids.
listen, if you fuck with them kids and you're found guilty, I think you should be sentenced to get whacked. But I think that they should have exactly 60 months to make sure that you really commit that crime. You understand? Just like with raping abroad, I've been locked up with
Some niggas
who
didn't
never
do it.
did
That's what I'm saying.
You get what I'm saying? So you got up to 5 years for the state and whoever convicted you to make sure that's true. You got to crucify that kid to no point to make sure you're not lying on this man, to send this man, because I've been locked up with niggas too. Nigga motherfucking kids got to plan. I heard a story about kids got to plan with the baby. You know, kids, little play baby got scratched on. Girl caught the police on the baby father, man, got 8 years and his bit was hard.
Man, you got popes and Catholic priests. They get away with all this shit every day, all day. They got the nigga right now, man. He's confessing all that shit, yo.
Yeah,
he's not gonna get killed. So the only thing he can do is get locked up for life.
I mean, yeah, in the reality that we live in now, you're going to jail.
You got rats that's walking around here and ain't get killed yet. So what about that?
No,
why niggas ain't kill these niggas that's told on these
Kenny's
niggas?
saying if he was the president, them niggas would get whacked instead of going to jail.
Yeah.
Jail
That's
for a
a
nigga that got
fantasy,
caught with
though.
100 bricks.
Kenny talking fantasy, man.
No, I'm talking about shit need to be like some of these other countries. You get caught doing certain shit. It ain't no slap on the wrist.
Singapore.
Stone that nigga to death.
Singapore,
Let the
you killed.
family come, fire and squad them down.
But that's not
Fuck
America.
them people.
We the land of the free, home of
Man.
the brave.
That's sucker shit.
It's America. This is the
We don't handle shit the right way all the time.
you don't want to live in
Let's
no
put
other
it that
fucking
way.
country, do
Definitely
you?
don't. We definitely don't.
No, we don't. But we don't handle
We
shit
don't.
the right way all the time.
I
I think we too lenient with certain shit.
Nigga,
Certain shit like
they
that
kill us and get away with it. What the fuck? They kill black niggas and get away
for
with
nothing. So
So,
why we
yeah.
can't kill some motherfuckers who done did some real shit?
What do y'all think Obama? I mean, his reign, because I was, Obama is definitely like, inspiration for black
it.
people.
He didn't do shit
Ow.
for us.
I mean, I'm just asking
Ow.
y'all, how do y'all feel about when he was just in office? How do you think he handled
Nothing.
situations? How do you
He's-
think
He handled it
represented
well,
he's with the
but
Hild-
he didn't help.
and he
none.
under the Hildenberg administration.
So Trump did more for us than
Yes.
Obama did?
A whole lot more
I
for
agree.
black people than Obama
I don't know
did.
what
yes.
Obama did. Ask what he do.
That's wild.
Thing. He made it legal
Just
for
name it.
marriages to
That's
get
for
married.
another. Yeah, because see, niggas will get to going in Obama. I was happy to
I
see
ain't mad at him. just saying, just
Obama
name
walk
what he
down
did.
Pennsylvania Avenue
I
with
felt
that big
cheated.
booty. With that big booty girl.
Oh,
But
yeah.
other than that, that's it.
Right.
You feel me? But listen, man. Hey, man, this RAWDOPE podcast, man. Episode 147. We did a little hip-hop history, a little history on the culture. And we talk some shit. You know, that's all I do is swallow, spit, talk shit, touch women, and count money. Believe that. I'm a slick motherfucker. I got that out the Donald Goins book, called Horse Son. You feel me? That's it. All he said, all I do is talk shit, swallow, spit, count money, and touch women. Look at the one of my. Hey, if I ever get the bag, I want to pay for that book to become a movie. Donald Goins, Horse Son.
They should have been.
Almost all Donald Goins books
Yeah, I'm about
could
to
be
say they
a
should've been-
serious
they should've
movie.
been
Real
there.
shit.
Horse Son, though,
I read
love
all
that.
your books. in
You
my
read Horse
life.
Son?
I read every single Donald.
Yeah,
Goins
Horse Son,
book
Horse
out.
Son, that was my man. That was my man. But listen, man, hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, man. This is RAWDOPE Podcast, episode 147. Keeping the stack in the fucking building. Kenny Fatso, Digital Empath, Lee on the boards, man. Holla at us, man. We out of this motherfucker. You got that right. Yes. No fuck shit, no fake shit, no foolishness. Anything you say can and will be used against you on the internet. RAWDOPE Podcast.